नंदनकानन आसबनी सुंदरी स्थानांतरण नहीं प्रश्न उठाइले सेंट्रल जू अथॉरिटी। जंगली जंतु को चिड़ियाखाना रखिबार नहीं नियम। पीसीसीएफ का सूचना सुस्थ अच्छी सुंदरी। रागिगला कुमकी हाथी जसोदा कदली गछ खाइबाकू देबा बेले जणकू कचाड़ी मारिला। बारण सत्वे जाइथिले युवक। अनुगुल पुराणाकोट रेंज अंचल रे अघटन। भल अछंती रायगड़ा पद्मपुर गाँव मिता शबर। दीर्घ 3 मास धरी एससीबी रे चली चिकित्सा। चाहिए व्यवहार करि पारिबे प्लास्टिक हाथ। एवं आसंता 14 बलांगीर धान किणा आरंभ। उत्पादित धानर मान को नहीं विवाद। मरुड़ी और चकड़ा पोक जो प्रभावित होइछि फसल। मान कोहल करने दाबी। नमस्कार न्यूज टाइम गाँ लाइव को स्वागत करुछि मु सनेता। जणक कचाड़ी मारिला कुमकी हाथी जसोदा। अनुगुल पुराणाकोट रेंज अंचल अघटना घटी। खाइबा देबा बेले सुदुरु प्रधान नामक जड़े व्यक्ति जीवन नहीं जसोदा। सुदुरु घर पुराणाकोट अंचल माटिया साही गाँव में बारण सत्वे से हाथी को कदली गछ खाइबापी जाइथिले खोइबापी जाइथिले। सेतेबेले हाथी बंधा जाइथिला किंतु तांकु सेठाकू जिबापी बारण करथिले माहुंत और वन विभाग कर्मचारी। एहा सत्वे से जसोदा को खोइबाकू जाइथिले। कदली गछ सह तांकू टाणी आनी कचाड़ी मारिथिला जसोदा। मृतकों परिवार को 4 लाख टंका अनुकंपा राशि घोषणा कर जायछि। तत्काल 40,000 टंकार सहायता प्रदान कर जायछि। बाघुणी सुंदरी को धरिबा पई चंदका अभयारण्य कुमकी हाथी जसोदा को 7 कोसिया को निया जायतिला।
से टाइड होकर जड़े लोकल लोक ता ना सुदूर प्रधान से माटिया साही लोक ताकू जाइकरी से कदली से खोला मना भी कराई पर भी सत्वे से जाइकरी जिते बड़े ताकू फीड करेला से कदली से जाइकरी ताको से जसोदा ताकू एक्सीडेंटली ताकू मार देछि। आ लोक मना कराई हेले भी से गले से तो बंधा होकर भी से जाकि कदली से देला और से एक्सीडेंटली डेथ होता समस्त मना करदे समस्ते थे और डिटेल रिपोर्ट आसूची किंतु लोक पूरा मना कराई और भी जदि बंधा होकर किसी ओकेजन ना। सो इट इज ए वेरी अनफॉर्चुनेट इंसिडेंट। इट हैज हैपेंड बिकॉज लोकंर मना कराहेले भी सत्वे भी से माने जीवार नथला।
नंदनकानन आसबनी बाघुणी सुंदरी स्थानांतरण नहीं प्रश्न उठाइले सेंट्रल जू अथॉरिटी। एने पीसीसीएफ ओडिशा को चिठी लिखिछंती। सेंट्रल जू अथॉरिटी जंगली जंतु को चिड़ियाखाना रखिबा नियम नाही बोली चिठी रे उल्लेख करिसंती। अन्यपटे सुंदरी सुस्थ थिबा पीसीसीएफ संदीप त्रिपाठी सूचना दैछंती। ताको एनक्लोजर रे अलग रखा जायछि। एनटीसीए एवं डब्ल्यूआईआई को चिठी लिखा जायछि। उभय कर्तृपक्ष खूब शीघ्र आसिबे। सेमानक सह आलोचना परे परवर्ती पदक्षेप निया जिवो बोली पीसीसीएफ सूचना दैछंती।
सुंदरी इज परफेक्टली ऑल राइट। तार से भल कंडीशन रे अच्छी ताकू बास्किंग कला से आसिक बुलीगला टे खराब रही। सो इट इज परफेक्टली इन से दैट इज नो दिस थिंग। आम टोटली आइसोलेट कर रखाई जोटि कि लोक कहीं जापरेनि कि आमर लोक भी जापर। इट इज ऑल कवर्ड फ्रॉम थैच ग्रास। सो टोटल कंप्लीट आइसोलेशन।
नूआपड़ा जिला खड़ियाला बरपदर गाँव धंडिल नियाल परिवार कहले स्त्री और 2टी नाती नातुणी समस्त सरकारी योजन वंचित परिवार। सरकारी योजन गरीब लोक मिलूवा 4 डिसेम्बल घर डीह मिलना। गाँ निकटରେ लंडा पहाड़ उपर झाटी माटी और छिंडा पॉलिथिन तले धंडिल परिवार दिन काटुंट। गाँ लोक गाई चराई से मिलूवा टंकार बहु कष्ट परिवार चले। ए घरे रुवा स्त्री और भिन्नक्षम नाती नातुणी को पोषिबा धंडिल पक्षे कष्टकर हो पड़ी। ए संपर्क में सरकारी अधिकारी और जनप्रतिनिधि निकट में बारंबार गुहारी प्रति कहारी दृष्टि पड़ी ना। तेबे यह असहाय परिवार को घर डीह सह प्रधानमंत्री आवास गृह जोगाई देबाकू गाँ लोके दाबी करिसेंती।
fractures that predate the present government. Arguably, perhaps the present government has caused some more fractures, but these are fundamental fractures that need to be addressed if we have to go forward. So let me just take you through in terms of growth and GDP growth in constant prices. And one of the things you see in this graph is that while China is way ahead of India in terms of per capita GDP, but one of the things that you see in this graph is that Chinese GDP growth is slackening. It's still the second fastest growing country, large country in the world. And while we shouldn't do too much of a rah-rah about it, of how great we are, it is a fact that our growth has tended to pick up. And in fact, over the last couple of years, we have been growing at a slightly faster rate than China, though of course at a much lower base. And that shows up. As you can see, China has been growing at 8.6% per year over this whole period, and it has a per capita GDP in excess of $15,000 in constant purchasing power. We have grown very well actually over this whole period, long period from 1991, at over 5% a year for all our ups and downs, and we've done well. Our per capita GDP is $6,500, but China is in a different league. But growth is not the issue. We will grow. We may not grow at 9%, we may not even grow at 8.5%, but somewhere between 7 and 7.5% we will be growing. The issue really are four fractures. And there are many more, but I will talk about four. The first is one of the most disgusting fractures that India has been living with, which is certain part of India, and thank God Orissa is not a part of that India. Thank God about it, okay? I'm not saying it because I'm in Bhubaneswar. Certain parts of India have the worst record in the world, second worst, China is the worst, in the world of basically getting rid of female fetuses. And we have reached an alarming situation. So let me give you an idea of how bad it is. There's no reason why you should know this place. No reason whatsoever. It's a railway station of a district headquarters in one of the 22 districts of Haryana called Mahendragarh. It's a rubbish place. It's dusty. It has nothing worth the name except someone says Chyawanprash was invented there, but nothing else. However, Mahendragarh is by far, according to the 2011 census, by far the worst district in terms of the 0 to 6 year old girl to boy sex ratio. For 0 to 6 year old anywhere in India. It has a disgracefully low. India itself is bad. Mahendragarh is the worst, okay? And it is not just the worst district. It is the worst district in the worst state in India in terms of killing female fetuses and occasionally also female infanticide. So typically all over the world, demographers will tell you that the right natural sex ratio is about 950 to 935, okay? Girls per 1,000 boys. That is the ratio that you would expect in a healthy society where none of ultrasound and abortions take place, okay? Where do we stand? So that's the world, the top one. This is China. So one thing we can say is China is worse than us in this. And this is India. And we stand a great deal below what the ideal boy to girl, girl to boy sex ratio should be. And this is actually a disgusting picture, because what you see is China is the worst by far, 860, but India is not far behind. India is sitting at below 900, and India, and there are many countries. Every country in the Southeast Asia, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, Nepal, Malaysia, Japan, you name it. Japan is an advanced country. These all have better sex ratios than we do. And we are getting better. We are getting far better at killing our girl children. In 1961, we had 976 girls per 1,000 boys. It's gone down to 964 10 years later. By 1981, it was 962. By 1991, it had fallen to 945, then 927, and now 918. In the 2011 census, we don't know what the 2021 census will bring. And I want you to see this, partly to show actually that Odisha is way better. Actually, Odisha is much better. It has a sex ratio which is much higher than India. This is India, and Odisha is way better than India. But also to look at when you kill fetuses, female fetuses, then you create a situation of missing girl children. They are missing because they're killed. The ideal percentage of children, girl children to boy children, would be something. If you kill girl children, then you have missing children. So in a state like Haryana today, with this horrible sex ratio of below 770, you have 10% of the 0 to 6 population of girl children are missing. They should have been there, they should have been on earth, and they have been killed. Okay? But it's not the only one. And you'll see there's not a single district in Haryana, not one, which is better than India. All of them are worse than India. And one of the things you will see also, not one. And one of the things that you will see is it's not Haryana only. Punjab, an extremely wealthy district, province, every district of Punjab has a sex ratio worse than India. It's almost 8% worse than India. Every district of Jammu is worse than India. 28 out of the 33 districts in Rajasthan are worse than India. 47 of the 71 districts in Uttar Pradesh are worse than India. And the worst, by the way, across the board, you go to a Jat-dominated area, if you go to a Jat-dominated area, you will find terrible sex ratios, okay? Terrible. I mean, just to give you an example, there is a district of Bagpat. It's 31 kilometers from Delhi. And it has one of the worst sex ratios. It's poorer than India, poorer than India by 9%. Even closer, there is a place called Gautam Buddha Nagar, which is next to Noida. It's in the outskirts of Delhi. Terrible. Ghaziabad on the outskirts of Delhi. Terrible. Not a single of the census districts of Delhi has a sex ratio better than India. They're all worse than India. Delhi does very well in going through illegal ultrasound tests and abortions. Gujarat, the shining Gujarat, right? The sex ratio in Gujarat is 3% worse than India. 17 of the 26 districts are worse than India. Surat, a wealthy city, far worse than India. Ahmedabad, the capital, far worse than India. Ahmedabad, the biggest city. Gandhinagar, the capital, far worse than India. So too in Maharashtra, large parts of Maharashtra. So, the great thing, by the way, is thankfully the East, Central India, the East, the Northeast and the South are not full of barbaric males, okay, and barbaric mother-in-laws, because much of this is done by barbaric mother-in-laws as well, okay. As I said, the East is poorer but richer as far as this is concerned. What you see here are the number of districts in each state, and the all India average is 918. Bihar is a terribly poor district, but except 2 or 3, none is worse. Odisha, only 5 districts are marginally worse, the rest are better. Jharkhand, none is worse. West Bengal, none are worse. Assam, none are worse. And if you looked at all of the Northeast, all of them, Sikkim doesn't have it, Arunachal Pradesh doesn't have it, none of the Northeast states have it, and none of the southern states have it. So this disgraceful situation that we face is very much Punjab, Haryana, Western Rajasthan, Western UP, and parts of Madhya Pradesh, which abet Rajasthan and UP, and then Gujarat and parts of Maharashtra. Okay. I want to go to the second. Oh, and one more simple thing, which is obvious. Since urban India has more ultrasonographs, and urban India has more clinics allegedly masquerading as hospitals, urban India, of course, kills much more than rural India. Okay. I want to go to the second one now, but I also want to show this. We know this. We also have a very strong law on paper. But if you were to see how this law is being used, you will see that this is a sign of how not to take action. So, in Haryana, between 2001 and 2015, a 14-year period, only 139 police cases were registered. In a state as bad as Rajasthan, 255. So in Gujarat, which is terrible, only 52 police cases were registered. So you don't register police cases, nothing happens. When you register a police case, you bribe and get out of it, and this thing continues. The second fracture is an all-India fracture. It's the failure of education. And having seen what is being done in KISS, which I saw today in the afternoon, and it's a wonderful thing that is being done, it is terrible to see across the board the failure of education. We are going to willy-nilly have to compete in a knowledge-driven digital world. And the kind of education that we are imparting and is simply inadequate if at all we are imparting such education.